Guys, the Shiba Inu, the ultimate meme coin, is at a very crucial point, but many people out there are missing the essence of it. So I just want to let you know that if you are on the wrong side of the equation when it comes to the next swing of this pair, then chances are it will cause a big dent on your account. And let me explain exactly as to why you need to be very aware of this development on the chart. First and foremost, guys, it is no wonder the kind of things the meme coins are able to do nowadays, and especially with the Shiba Inu and the kind of celebrity endorsement it gets on a regular basis and the kind of coverage it gets from media. It is no wonder whenever it pumps up, right? Like movements like 10 to 20% are very common for this token, and this is the irony of the situation or the world we live in the modern times, right? So the double digit returns on one hand is something most people in the crypto community have gotten used to, but this is not something everyone is prepared for. First and foremost, guys, you need to know that after a very long time, Shiba Inu has come down to the 200-day moving average on the daily time frame, and just look at the way it has gone or performed in the past, guys. Like even if we take just two previous tops, this is what we're going to end up with. And even right now, guys, the price is way above the intended zones, if you will. And with that kind of resistance hitting the market right now, one thing is bound to happen, and that is obviously there will be a very huge spike in trading activity and volume. So obviously the market makers have to edge themselves, and at the same time, whenever the price hits this kind of top or tries to reach out a very proven psychological levels of resistance, obviously a lot of retail investors and the money is going to make their way into the market, right? Like this is where the euphoria is at its peak because everyone likes a bull market. So given the fact that the price is sitting at 200-day moving average on the daily time frame, a clear downtrend which proves that the bears are in control, along with the fact that there is a likely increase in volatility that is going to occur anytime soon. It just means one thing, that is you need to be very careful with it. First and foremost, guys, just understand the fact that since this is a meme coin and since this is so volatile, you cannot rule out any movement to the upside, and that is why you need to use perpetual contracts for edging. But more importantly, just know that any kind of move above the current zones are just going to be a bull trap. So here you can clearly see how the candles are kind of getting narrower and narrower because of the buying and selling pressure. And this zone right here is a very, very important and critical one, which is the ideal entry point as well. So all the bigger time frames clearly point at the direction, and as long as we are talking about the main essence, it is no doubt that it will go down, and the only question is by how much. Before we answer that question, guys, I just want to show you the 4-hour time frame as well. So if you go to the 4-hour time frame, just like I said, guys, we have not only breached one trend line, but the price is in contact with a major resistance zone as well. But more importantly, guys, just notice these charts and tell me what is happening right now. Like, just look at the way this trend has been inside the resistance zone. At first glance, I don't think most people will know the essence of it because we are just trained to see that it is just training minor trends, right? Like that is what most people would say, but that is not the case here, guys. If we just notice the price action for the past 3 or 4 days, one thing becomes very clear: the price is running out of room, guys. Like there is no actual buying power anymore to push up the price, and the media coverage also appears to be peaked. Moreover, here's the fun part, guys. This is where the momentum factor comes in. Observe the current trading zone and the momentum indicators, and just to prove my point, I have put down 2 momentum indicators. So here on the RSI, you can clearly see that from the peak level of 90s, it is almost back by 50% level. So that is a decline of 40% level, while the price is almost the same. And even on the MACD, moving average convergence and divergence, which is the best when it comes to spotting quick momentum shifts, both the histogram, just look at the difference in histogram and the price price, guys, and the moving average, they all point in the same direction. So it becomes crystal clear that regardless of which approach you follow, you need to be very careful because that is the kind of confluence this setup is getting, and at the same time, the momentum has already dried up. So any movement towards the upward is just going to be a godsend wherein we can take advantage of the spike and build more position towards the short side. And as far as targets are considered, guys, the fall is definitely going to be nasty, and the first zone where I would consider taking profit is around the 0.00025 region, and the ultimate goal is this is going to be the first take profit level, and the ultimate goal is 0.22, which means in this zone, guys. So these are the things or targets that is in my mind, and from the last known trading zone, that is going to be around 30% crash. And since this is meme coins we are talking about, if just one support gets breached whenever there is any kind of news events, then obviously it is going to be panic all around, and the entire trend is going to be very accelerated and aggressive. So these are the exact zones you need to follow in the Shiba Inu, and everything I've covered in this video is verifiable. So I encourage you to look at the left side of the chart and see how these kind of scenarios has unfolded in the past, and more importantly, since every tangible metric so far has been laid out along with the targets, it will be nothing short of a breeze to keep an eye on this pair and follow along. So that is what you need to know about the Shiba Inu, and regardless of what anyone says, guys, just have the bigger picture in mind and understand the fact that just because Bitcoin saw a little bounce, all of the altcoins reacted aggressively. But once again, guys, the price has to correct itself, and with this much clear picture and balance of probability telling us everything we need to know, we just have to be smart with our money management, and more importantly, have patience to watch the things unfold. So that is my take on Shiba Inu, and let us see what the future holds for us. That's it for today, guys. Subscribe to our channel to get all the latest updates, and see you on the next one.